My family humiliated me at my birthday dinner, then lost everything when I walked away. Gabriella never expected her 30th birthday dinner to become the moment that shattered her entire understanding of family. From the outside, her parents looked successful. They lived in a respectable suburban home with polished hardwood floors, expensive-looking furniture, and carefully maintained appearances. Her father Robert loved talking about real estate deals at parties, even though most of those deals had dried up years ago. Her mother Amelia floated around town pretending the family was thriving, working part-time at an art gallery while quietly drowning in unpaid bills. To everyone else, they looked comfortable. But Gabriella knew the truth. For 5 straight years, she had secretly carried the entire family on her back. Every month, somewhere between $900 and $1,300 disappeared from her paycheck to cover her parents' mortgage. She wasn't rich. She worked long hours as a data analyst, staring at spreadsheets inside a mid-sized company for barely $45,000 a year. She lived in a tiny studio apartment with secondhand furniture and a leaking kitchen faucet because every spare dollar went towards saving her family from collapse. And nobody knew. Not her brother Jake. Not her sister Lily. Her mother had begged her to keep it secret because she didn't want family drama. So Gabriella stayed quiet while everyone treated her like the failure of the family. The humiliation finally exploded on her birthday. She had invited everyone to a nice French bistro, hoping for one peaceful evening together. She even paid for dinner herself, despite barely having enough money in her account to survive the week. The moment they sat down, the attacks started. Her mother smirked when someone asked about Gabriella's career. When people ask what she does, I just say data management, Amelia laughed. Saying she spends all day in a cubicle staring at spreadsheets sounds depressing. Her father immediately piled on. Lucas just bought his second luxury car, he bragged, mentioning Gabriella's younger cousin. He's only 27. Meanwhile, you're still renting that shoebox apartment. Jake nearly choked laughing. At least she doesn't have to worry about savings, he joked. You need money before you can save any. Then came the moment Gabriella would never forget. Her sister Lily grabbed Gabriella's phone straight off the table. Before Gabriella could react, Lily opened her banking app and held it up for everyone to see. -$67. Lily burst into laughter. Who comes to their own birthday this broke? The whole table laughed with her. Then Robert stood up slowly, raising his wine glass like he was giving a speech at a wedding. To our biggest disappointment, he announced. The table erupted. Glasses clinked. People laughed. Gabriella sat frozen in silence, while her own family publicly tore her apart. Then her mother casually dropped another bomb. We updated our will recently, Amelia said while sipping wine. We're leaving things to the children who actually understand money. Nobody defended Gabriella. Nobody stopped it. Nobody even looked ashamed. And the worst part? The people humiliating her were surviving because of her money. Gabriella paid the $420 bill without saying a word. Her card barely went through. Outside the restaurant, everyone acted completely normal. Her mother hugged her goodbye. Her brother slapped her shoulder. Lily asked if she wanted the family group photo. As if none of it mattered. That night, Gabriella sat in her car outside her apartment until the windows fogged over. One phrase kept replaying in her head. Biggest disappointment. When she finally walked into her studio apartment, she opened her laptop and stared at the accounts that had quietly drained her life for years. The mortgage payments. Jake's car loan she co-signed. Emergency transfers. Late payments. She realized something terrifying. None of them loved her. They needed her. And the second she stopped being useful, they mocked her. So Gabriella made a decision. She canceled everything. The mortgage auto-pay disappeared first. For 5 years, the payment had silently covered her parents' home every single month. The bank immediately tried pulling funds from Robert's nearly empty account instead. It failed. Within days, panic exploded. Her mother sent frantic texts asking why the payment didn't go through. Her father blamed the lender. Neither of them apologized. Neither of them acknowledged the birthday dinner. Not once. Then Jake discovered his car payment had stopped too. The sports car he loved showing off suddenly became his problem. He called Gabriella screaming. You can't do this to me. Gabriella stayed calm. For years, I protected you from consequences, she told him. Now you get to meet them. 2 days later, she watched through her office window as a tow truck hooked Jake's precious sports car and dragged it away. Jake stood outside yelling while employees stared. Gabriella simply walked past him into work. For the first time in her life, she felt something strange. Relief. The family panic only got worse after that. Her father cornered her in her office parking lot one evening, his expensive image finally cracking apart. His car was messy. His face looked exhausted. We were counting on you, he admitted quietly. Not, we love you. Not, we're sorry. We were counting on you. That sentence told Gabriella everything. She drove away without another word. Soon, the entire family started unraveling. Late notices arrived. Bills stacked up. Collection calls started. Her Aunt Clara began leaving angry voicemails accusing Gabriella of destroying the family. Then Lily finally confronted her at a grocery store. "You're ruining Mom and Dad's lives," Lily snapped. Gabriella quietly pulled out her phone and showed her years of transaction history. Transfer after transfer. Mortgage payment after mortgage payment. Lily's expression completely changed. "Why didn't they tell us?" she whispered. Gabriella looked at her sister for a long moment. "Because then they couldn't keep pretending I was the failure." That conversation haunted Lily. For the first time, the illusion inside the family started cracking. But Gabriella was already done. She packed everything she owned into her car. Her entire life fit into the back seat and trunk. No goodbye party. No dramatic speech. Just silence. She moved into an extended-stay hotel first, using savings she had secretly built by sacrificing nearly every comfort for years. Then she accepted a remote tech job in another state paying $75,000 a year. It was the first time in her adult life she could actually breathe financially. Her mother's final messages grew crueler and more desperate. "If you don't call back," Amelia wrote, "you're no longer my daughter." Her father sent guilt-filled texts about losing the house. Jake called her heartless. Gabriella blocked every single number. Weeks later, sitting alone in her new sunlit apartment hundreds of miles away, she received a message from someone back home. Her parents' house had appeared on an auction website. Their world was collapsing. And for the first time in her entire life, Gabriella understood something important. Love isn't sacrifice without limits. Family isn't ownership. And sometimes the strongest thing a person can do is walk away from the people who only loved what they could take from them.